Honestly, I didn't really want to do this, but it's really reached the point where I have to speak about this at some point because otherwise, this is not going to be solved. And I'm not only doing this for my and my friend's sake, but I'm also doing this for basically, I'm doing this for the good of not only the community and not only for everyone, but I'm also doing this for the good of the person I'll be exposing today because it's going to make them realize what they're doing is wrong, and hopefully it's going to make them or put them in the right track and make them focus on real life. So that's my intention, or like that's my main aim or goal, is to make them realize what they're doing is wrong and to focus on real life because this is just too far. And if I don't say anything right now, this is gonna get worse and worse. This is gonna progress into an even worse situation in the future if I don't say this now. And I think it's time I do. So, I've pretty much made a lot of videos about this. Only my old fans would know about this. But I have to make a video like this again, and I have to release all of my old videos. Because if I don't spread awareness right now, and if I don't speak right now, more people are gonna get hurt. Because what this guy did, he's hurting more people, and he's even putting people who don't even have anything to do with in the situation into this situation and dragging them in. And I feel like what he's doing is wrong. And I feel if we don't do this together, if we don't stop him together, it's gonna ruin his life, and it's gonna make him feel, it's not only gonna make him become a bad person, or even a worser person, it's gonna destroy everything for him, and it's gonna make his life, not only his life, a living hell, but it's gonna make our lives as well a bad thing. It's gonna basically, he's gonna start hurting us, and I don't want anyone to go through that hurt like what me and my friends did. So I'm gonna mention this now. So today I'm gonna be exposing a YouTuber called Ericthesplatuber, or that waffle boy, or in other words, your local homie, Eric Gaming, Sans, you name it. He comes by many names. I'm gonna be exposing him for this time. Like, even if he replies back, I'm still gonna show everything what he done and how terrible of a person he is. I'm not saying that he's mainly a bad person. I do believe there's good in him, but he needs to realize that what he's doing right now and all is just messed up, and it's disgusting. And not only I can't stand it, my friends can't stand how manipulative, how abusive, and how much of a pervert he is. And I feel like this needs to go to the right kind of people, and I shouldn't be dealing with this either. I'm going to be discussing this all in detail, and I'm going to start slow, and then I'm going from the past year of at least from 2018 to 19 to 20 until 2021, and we'll just be done with like that. And I'm gonna give all of my proof. Well, if he does come back with another excuse of a video, then I'll gladly be able to respond back. I just want to start off by saying this main drama between me and him going back and forth basically started over a small friendship like we had in the past when he was dating my best friend. So when he was dating her, I noticed that he wasn't treating her right, and he was basically being an abusive kind of boyfriend to her. And I felt like he was so disrespectful because in each video he made, each gacha video, anything that he made, it always had something to do with gacha heat. And he would do disgusting stuff to her, creating fake OCs of me and of her. He would basically do disgusting things to her. And I remember that the reason why I first exposed him was because he was a bad friend. He was toxic, and he was disturbing and disgusting. And then I'm going to go into the another detail. He basically manipulated and lied to his girlfriend, my best friend, and said lies that I also made the exposed video directed to her, while my main intention was to be directed to him, Eric himself. And another thing was that when I completely, like, after I exposed him, he came back onto YouTube and tried to throw shade at me. He whitewashed my OC, and then after whitewashing my OC, he made it look very weird. Like, he gave an eye patch and everything, dyed the hair entirely red, and he called it ugly. And named it Rage, under the name Rage. Of course, my best friend broke up with him, but he still kept harassing her and saying disgusting things. And I want to say one thing. He confessed to me that he was homophobic, and I don't think that's something to confess about. You being homophobic is not something you should be proud of, because homophobia is something completely different, and it's not even related to be something proud of. There's no pride in homophobia. Homophobia means just you're just narrow-minded, like you're just, how do I say this? You're narrow-minded, you're not even willing to accept. It shows how much of a person you are. And basically, I honestly think you should not be in other people's business on what the kind of people they like or anything like that. What I mean to say is that, okay, sure, you may not like LGBT, but you're not supposed to say that to other people. You're supposed to keep your personal opinions to yourself. I don't want to listen to all these kind of opinions. And basically, at least have the decency or at least some respect to those kind of people, because to the LGBT people, just have some respect for them as human beings instead of being so degrading and demeaning. Like, I've seen that for myself, the kind of person you are. You literally support homophobia on your server, and you allow your classmates and all the people who support you, and you lie to them, and you support homophobia, and you even give it a role in your server. This shows how disgusting of a person you are, and you're not even. Imagine if some of your friends are LGBT and you just say this and they all see this all of a sudden, they're gonna be disappointed in you because you actually support it. I don't even think that you will even be willing to support them, honestly. Only when I entered the server did I find, like, only when you saw me in the server and only when we complained about it later did you realize, oh, I need to make an LGBT role, and then you tried to hide the homophobia role, but I clearly saw it when you tried to give me admin. So don't even try to act smart and try to hide that from me, because I clearly saw it with my own eyes. I was even kind and at least generous enough to say that this is not something to confess about, and I was there to at least calm him down a bit and talk to him as just like a it's just like from someone who is a bit older than him to someone younger, because this is not how you're supposed to be in real life. Also mentioned how many times that he's tried to fit in and not even be himself, not even his true self for once, tried to act like someone else entirely. I've even seen on his channel he copy pastes all the thing that I've written on my channel and put it as his own and claim that I'm the one who made this. One time he even tried to steal some of my videos clips and even edit it onto his own videos. And I'm like, one time I had to be serious because he was taking it too far, and I had to say, if you're not gonna credit me at least, or not even give any credits to the original artist, then I'm gonna have to copyright block you. I'm sorry. YouTube has to do its own job. Look at how toxic these kind of people are. I'm not saying they're bad now or something, any kind of things like that, but like, just this is an example of what happens when you're friends with the wrong kind of people. This is what happens. You have bad influences, and they turn you into that kind of person. And that's the same situation with Eric. He keeps hanging out with people he doesn't fit in, and he turns into something he's not. But he should actually be himself and be with the people who he can relate to. That's what true friendship is. And if you're with the wrong kind of people, you're just going to be unhappy the rest of your life. And this is why he's made so many mistakes, because he can't accept and admit the fact that he's in the wrong. I mean, just look at this. I'm not even afraid anymore to see. I'm just very upset and disappointed when I see things like this, because look, my friend Ice like Cuss is trying to defend me, and look at what this person. I'm pretty sure you already know her by now. Her name is Maggie Pastel X. I think I've also exposed her before, because it's the same. It's the same situation with Eric. She was she was friends with the wrong kind of people, and that turned her into a bad person. I genuinely think that there might be some good in her, but she keeps coming back, making up more lies and more rumors, and she turned my best friend against me over some TikTok F boys, and she broke up with her boyfriend because of those kind of people. And that's what happens when you have the wrong influences, the wrong kind of people in your life. It turns you to something you're not. I apologize if you guys see me swearing in some of these screenshots, but I have the right to fight back. I have the rights to fight back for myself, because he's just trying to corner me with all his toxic friends. Honestly, they can all go F themselves. I don't really care. I honestly want nothing to do with them. But they need to stop and they need to respect everyone's personal privacy. And if they're not going to do that, then I have no problem exposing them. No matter how many times, I don't really care. I'll do this. I'll always be there to support and help my friends. No matter what. I'm not going to leave them behind. And I'm not someone like ProSims who left his own friend just so he can come and ask me for forgiveness. Not only just once, not only just twice, but many times. And I still had the heart to accept his apology because I was always caring. I was always there for everyone. No matter no matter what they did, I was always there. But this time I'm not gonna accept that apology no more. I'm sorry. If you messed up, then you're gonna have to fix it on your own. You have to move on. You know what's really funny about this? The fact that he wrote "Shut the fuck up, old ass" and "Go to hell." But recently, he made new friends who are way too old for him. Who are like, okay, so he made friends who are older than him, and he lied about his age. And he's not even supposed to be in Discord. He's not even qualified to be in Discord, and he's just lying to them, flirting with them, and being disgusting. I just can't. You need to be with the right kind of people, and you should always be. You should be honestly. And if there's some things that you shouldn't be telling to people, there's some things that you have to keep it for private, some things you have to keep it for personal, and some things you're able to keep it for public. But just lying straight up is just, I mean, I understand you want to be in Discord, but that's still disgusting the way you just flirt with them. You're too young for that. You're too underage for that, and that's wrong. And you know what? If I do succeed, and if my aim and objective in this actually does make him realize his mistakes, and actually makes him focus on his real life, then I'm happy for that. I'm happy if he does realize his mistakes. If not, I'm gonna steal all of his dogs. I'm gonna put them in better families. I'm gonna take his dogs, all of these cute dogs. I'm gonna take care of one myself, and I'm gonna put all of the other dogs you have in better families because you are basically too toxic for these dogs. This is too much. This is too abusive for the dogs to handle. You're too abusive for them. I'm sorry, best friend, it's yandere rage. I'm sorry. We barely even know each other. We only know each other because we fought with each other. Okay? He knows nothing about me. The fact that he only knows one thing, that I'm Indian, but he doesn't know my other side. He doesn't know anything else about me. He just knows that. And he uses T series as an insult to me. I just find that so stupid. Oh my god, it's so freaking hilarious. I just can't, man. He come. You know what's so stupid? He doesn't even know history properly, and he uses so much racist threats. And I honestly, this dude is not smart in geography. I bet he gets F in all of his grades in school. This is why you need to focus on school. This is why you need to focus on real life as well. Stay in school, kids. You see, you know what these past experiences has taught me is that I should always have my trust issues and be thankful for my gut feeling. Because I can't believe I was very depressed and angry at them one day, and I can't believe I was so stupid to not even see who was a real friend and who was fake. Because the fact that they stole my server, literally deleted all the emojis that had things to do with me, and they just made the server a mess, and then they just left it like that in ruins. And I can't believe I lost all that hard work. I'm just very disappointed and upset with that. But now I have a better server, 10 times, no, 1,000 times better than this, honestly. And I'm glad I made the decision to take a new start in life, and I moved on. Well, these kind of people like Eric, they don't even move on. They're stuck in the past, like in a time loop, and that's not my fault if they can't do that. They should take the initiative to change themselves first before asking others to change other selves and stuff. Another thing that I want to point out is that he had the audacity to go and approach us from other social platforms and try to harass and bully us. And he was such a stalker. I can't believe people even look up to this dude. I bet it's all just sub bots for him, or even people he just lied to and made his friends. The fact he had the audacity to approach us from other social platforms and harass us. He attacked the wrong person once, you guys know. He attacked Midnight's best friend instead of trying to attack Midnight when her friend made a face reveal, and he called Midnight's friend a gorilla and he made fun of her and stuff. I just felt so bad for her. But I'm glad that Midnight's friend fought back for herself. And I'm glad Midnight also stood up together against him. Because people need to know that they shouldn't support these kind of people like Eric. Eric is he's reached his limit, and I think someone needs to put him in his place. Sorry, not sorry, no offense. I just had to say it and point it out because, like, this dude supported and made gacha heat of my best friend. And I can't believe people let him get away. His channel needs to be reported, his Gmail account needs to be reported, and we need to give him a taste of his own medicine. We need to get rid of his channel entirely. I still can't believe people don't even know about what's happening in the community, and they're letting people like this, like Eric, escape. I feel like he needs to get a taste of his own medicine. He made a failed attempt to expose my friend Midnight on TikTok, and he even misgendered Midnight. I can't believe it. I'm sorry. Oh my god, this is why people like Eric stop these kind of people. If he doesn't stop, we need to at least address like, we need his parents to find out about this and at least make him into a better person, because he's not even gotten a single discipline in his life. He's just too much. Midnight clearly stated their pronouns was he, him, and he called Midnight a she. Pretty sure the screenshot is self-explanatory. He literally begged me, literally tried to approach me every time and spamming me to forgive him and be my friend. And he left his own friend and behind just to get me to forgive him. And I'm sorry, I can't accept an apology like that. Like, he is such an unfaithful person, and people like him don't even deserve my forgiveness, don't even deserve to be forgiven. If he wants another chance, if he wants to get another chance, it better not be from me. You need to get a second chance in life, or a third chance, if I'm being honest. You messed up way too many times, man. You messed up way too many times. And I'm not gonna accept that apology. You need new friends around your age, and you basically need to have respect for others. You're just a spoiled brat. No offense. You need to be disciplined by your parents. It shouldn't be coming from me. This should be coming from your parents. They need to teach you a lesson. I shouldn't. Here I am. Here I am disciplining and trying to teach a child what he's doing wrong. And he's trying to act like someone he's not. This dude is just really funny. That he acts like he knows us well, and he thinks we have made mistakes and we are very immature and we make mistakes and stuff. Yeah, like in real life we do, but at least we have the common knowledge to be respectful and stuff. We don't make mistakes like you do, in a way. We are not that selfish. We're not that self-centered to make mistakes like that. Honestly, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just too heated up that I honestly have no words for this guy. He made like 2, 3, 4, 5 alt accounts to sub to his own main original account. If I'm not wrong, he used to have live streams, and he always checks his sub goal to see if he reached that. And the fact that one time he accidentally leaked his own information on live stream, that was a live stream fail and flop. I just had to say it, man. I just had to say it. If you're gonna be a good YouTuber, you need to come well prepared. And if you make some mistakes, that's fine. But if you're doing this on purpose, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, this dude is so uncreative. He has no comebacks. Literally, he has nothing to say of his own opinion. He just copy pastes other words. He's just a copy paster. And I know people are gonna be in the comment section like, Rage, you're just bullying this poor kid. But guess what, guys? Guess what? He's not acting like a kid anymore. He's trying to act like an adult, and I feel like that's wrong. Someone has to say this. And if it sounds harsh, then I'm sorry. But other people who have probably, if they were in my position, it would have been way harsher than that. Honestly, imagine some people would literally, if I lived like, if people who were me and were my position and lived right next to him or something, the same country as him, they would have directly approached the police for cybercrime. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all. The dude even tried to sexualize me, like sexually harass me. And that was also disgusting. I'd never even expected to receive that kind of things. And I'm a small YouTuber. I never expected, I don't want my fans looking up to me in a sexual way. That's just disgusting. And I can't believe I'm dealing with this as a small YouTuber at this stage. I shouldn't be addressing this at all, and yet we have reached this kind of point. And that too, it's coming from an 11-year-old. That's just disgusting. I just hope, like, I just want their parents, his parents, to notice what he's doing. Just look at how toxic this guy is. 1 second, like he keeps pinging me so many times. Like I can't even get sleep because of the amount of ping spams that he sends me. And look at this. Look how it just directly changed. Look at how toxic he is. His behavior is like two-faced, so two-faced and toxic. And honestly, I think I did the right decision ignoring him, because I did that on purpose and I put him on mute, because he's not even giving me my own personal space. He's not even giving me like time to look after my own personal life. He is. He's just on the internet staying awake up till 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. and ping spamming me. Literally, this dude has no personal life to look after. It's like he doesn't even attend school. And at this point, I'm literally worried. He needs to get medical attention or something. Oh, I don't know how to say this. Take him to a psychiatrist. that's how I just want to say it as, but I don't have any other words. Like, put him in some kind of like tutoring session or something. I don't know how to say it, man. Just let his parents talk to him, at least, for the very least. Let him have a talk with his parents and let them try to convince him that what he's doing is wrong. And then maybe he can just move on with his life. He won't have to look into any of those things. I'm not saying that he's a bad gene. What am I saying, man? He's okay. He's okay as a YouTuber, but I mean, he finds some things fun in YouTube, but then he's very toxic, and I don't think that's the right environment for a YouTuber and the right position, because he needs to focus on real life, because his social media is affecting him too much. Another thing is that he says so many unrelated stuff, like, to the conversation, things that I don't even know. And honestly, I don't think that's gonna very much like make a friendship between me and you, Eric. Like, that's not gonna do anything. That's basically just gonna make me drift me away from you, and we won't even become friends. We'll just be strangers at this point if you add random stuff to the conversation. That's why I've been ignoring you, because you basically I can't understand the things you say at times. Like, friends basically have a lot of things in common. Like, I mean, sometimes it doesn't exactly have to be in common, but there should be at least something like I can understand, or like if I have interest in that, or anything else to talk about. If you're just being self-centered and you don't even look after your own friends or just hear their personal opinions, which I have seen happen on your server, like, you don't even let them stay inactive for a while for their own personal problems. You're like, you want them to talk, otherwise they'll be kicked or banned. Imagine how stupid that is. They have lives too. They have lives to look after themselves for. And if they have personal problems to look after themselves, they're not gonna have free time like you do. And you need to understand that they're human beings. And literally anything that has to do with my friends, he just directly comes and confront me. Like when he fights with Midnight or anything, he just wants to just approach me instead of approaching Midnight or saying, okay, you know what, we need to solve this together. You know what, I want to know what's wrong between you and me. I don't think this is gonna work out. You shouldn't approach a random person who has nothing to do like that. Just because I'm friends with Midnight doesn't mean you have the rights to just approach me and saying that I have something to do with this, because I don't. I literally have no idea what's going on between you and Midnight until Midnight told me that you two were fighting. You just you just say things like this. I'm just gonna be confused. Like I don't even know. And we're not even that close, Eric. We've not even reached that level, because this entire time you've been toxic and you've been two-faced to me. You don't even know which side to stand on. Like you don't even need to be in any sides. But from what I've seen with your interactions with Oscar, when me and Oscar were fighting, you're just a toxic person. You said things behind my back, and in front of me you said things behind his back. And that's not how a friend should be. And I'm a human being and I have my own personal problems to look after. Like I said, he kept spamming me, and it's just wrong. And you shouldn't be asking random people who have nothing to do with this to intervene. Like I was saying earlier, just look at how this dude is fake. He just switches his emotions back and forth and tries to gain people's trust, and then he just tries to ruin it. He lies to them. That's how fake he is. Once again, I have reached some of the people who know Eric in real life. And Eric is a liar. He's spoiled. And I personally think he needs his parents to teach him a lesson and look after him. He's not growing up the right way. When I say this, I don't mean to say that, like, okay, so basically his parents are trying to do everything that makes him happy, but he's not thankful for anything. He's not showing any appreciation. He just thinks he can use you like a money machine and stuff. And I don't think that's a right way someone should think. Well, yeah, personally. And it basically says that his mom tries her best to teach him a lesson, but he still doesn't get or understand what he's doing. That kind of shows that you're basically not raising him up right. You basically need to limit the things that he does. Like take away his phone for once, maybe, and then maybe he'll start understanding. And the fact that he treats his parents with such disrespect, while his parents actually give him everything he wants and everything he needs, everything that's necessary for him. And he talks trash to his dad and he's not grateful for it. But I'm not gonna intervene into his personal problems. But what I personally think is that he should get some time off social media. That's what I'm basically trying to prove. Again, I don't want to say this, but I have to. Eric is an 11-year-old kid, and he still has a lot to learn. And I feel like it's not the right time for him to be out there yet, because he doesn't understand basic stuff. So, like, there are some kids who are really smart though, and they basically know how things work. But like when it's come and affected you personally and gets in and interferes with your personal life, that's where I feel like you need to take a break. Because my parents basically raised me up the same thing. They've also taken stuff away from me. So by that understanding, I'm just trying to say the same thing here. I don't want to mention this again, but the fact that this is just disgusting. The fact that he sees serious issues around the world as a joke. He doesn't take the seriousness or think of it as a serious situation. The fact that he tried to ask his own relative to do disgusting things with him, and I'm glad that his relative actually gave him a punch to the face, because that guy needs disciplining. It's just disgusting. And he even posted rumors about his relative, and I feel really bad for that relative. And I hope Eric will actually get disciplining for once. Eric keeps using words he doesn't know, and then Like, he tries to act cool using all these words. At least come prepared with what you have to say, with what you actually think, or if you know the meaning to them. Because that's just stupid. You're actually using words without knowing the actual meaning. What if you say something embarrassing on accident? That's gonna make you look really bad. And trust me, you don't want that happening to yourself. And the last thing I'd like to point out for this video for now is that Eric is too full of himself. He's too full of himself. He doesn't respect other people's opinions. He's too self centered. And that's just it. He's spoiled. And if he has something to respond back, which I'll gladly likely be able to respond back with more proof and showing that he needs to change and he needs to get off social media and focus on his own life for once. Gladly, I would be glad to show more proof if that will be able to help him to stop being on social media, stop being on YouTube. It's gonna be helpful for their family, then I have no issues. It's gonna be helping him somehow. So I hope you guys like understand what I'm trying to say. I don't mean to ruin his life or anything. Forget social life. He has his own life to look forward to, and I'm trying to make him realize that he needs to focus on his personal life as well. He can take YouTube and stuff like sometimes as a hobby and stuff. Maybe you can take it as a, but then you need to realize that there are people around you who care for you and actually have feelings. They're not stone hearted. And you need to treat them with respect at least. And you should stop being disgusting and a pervert around them. And yeah, you need to know and be careful about the words that you use before you say anything because it can hurt someone deeply. And the fact that he treats girls like they're inferior human beings. Man, his logic makes no sense. It's just messed up. I mean, he's a kid after all. So, well, that's all I like to let you guys know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. There'll probably be more videos if he wants to reply back. So I just want to let you guys know. I'm not doing this because I'm looking for clout. No. I'm trying to help this guy. Like, I'm not going to say anything too personal about him, but I'm going to say what needs to be said. And I've gotten every permission from people who are close to him. So, yeah, I guess that's all I need to say. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll be surprised if Eric actually does respond to this with a 5 minute video and saying some things about me, because I will gladly be like, I would like to fight back as well. I would like to show more proof how much of a bad person he is. So yeah, guys, please be careful around Eric, because he's gonna say really messed up stuff, and he's gonna trick you guys and all. So yeah, if he does do anything disgusting to you guys, just report his channel. That's all I want to say. Be careful around him, and on any other platform that you see this guy in. And stay safe, guys. Be safe and take care. That's all I want to say. Thank you, guys. Bye.